Man, I'm about to make Doug look freaking crazy. Yo, what's up? It's Memes. So, a lot has happened in the last couple of weeks, but to talk about Doug, we first have to explain it. So basically, me and some friends started a content group called the Cluster Club. In it, we do all sorts of stuff from music and art to things like content creation and streaming. New channel coming soon. Anyway, we decided to make a Minecraft server so we could all stream and make videos about it. Most of the members have already started making content around it, so I thought I'd hop in as well. So far, Mr. and I have added a lot to our base, but because he did most of the work, I just thought it'd be best to bring him on and have him explain to you guys.
Yeah, let me just walk you guys through it real quick. The black box was the first build I finalized while Amiibo was offline. The black box is basically just the name of our iron farm, but names add attachments, so I have a bigger reason to keep playing. The next build I focused on was the ever so useful minecart elevator. With the iron farm complete, it enabled me to get more creative with what I built. In other words, infinite iron feels nice and I wanted to flex on people that look down my hole. Speaking of iron farm, I was running low on cocaine, so I used the iron to fuel my next project, La Fábrica de Velocidad. It's a very basic auto sugarcane farm, but I added layers to it and used water for the collection system. I'll make sure both of those videos are linked down below if you want to see the building process for yourself.
Yo, huge thanks to Mystery for hopping on here and explaining the whole build timeline, but one thing he did forget to talk about was Doug. When we first started making our base, we had no clue what we wanted to build. So while Mystery was out getting resources, I decided to experiment with some designs. I don't have the original clips here, so I'm going to draw out the visuals for you guys. First, I thought it would have been cool to make some type of tower, house thing. Then, I was like, what if instead we made our whole house out of glass? But ultimately, I decided against this because it would have taken way too much time and way too many resources. So, I came up with the idea to chop the tower into a bunch of weird slices, like some vertical cake. But midway through this, I had a revelation. What if I recreated Squidward's house? I originally said this as a joke, but after thinking about it more and more, I realized that this could actually work. So I got Mist to bring back some cobblestone from his travels, and then I got started making the masterpiece known as Doug. Doug is looking pretty good so far. I like that even with it being such a basic build, it still looks pretty unique compared to everyone else's. With that being said, I think aesthetically he's very boring and overall just lacks style. So, my goal today is to give him some. But before I do anything, I have to sketch out my idea. My main goal with this design was to incorporate my artistic style into Doug, so I tried using a lot of ideas and concepts that I would often use in my art. When going into this, I was thinking I could put some doodles coming out of his eyes, and then maybe something come out of his head too, like some sort of volcano, like eruption. But yeah, without further ado, here's a time lapse. So after about an hour of sketching, I came up with this idea. I had smoked skulls coming out of his eyes and an eruption of doodles coming out of the top of his head. I also made sure to go through and label all the blocks I was going to need for this build. So now that I know what blocks I'm going to need for this build, it's time to obtain them. So I don't know if I have the clip, but me and Mystery had a brief conversation about what blocks I could and couldn't use on the build. With this being said, I think there's a couple other blocks that I might want to use as well, so I'm just going to need to take them just in case. So step 1 of this mission is to get into the cave. Step 2, go into the chest with all the ores and take all of them out. Step 3, leave a sign to mock him and blame it on someone else. And step 4, leave without him ever knowing. So with the whole plan laid out, the last thing we need to do is execute it. Okay, it's go time. So first up, I have to make a sun. How do I make a sun? No freaking way you move the crafting table, bro. Okay, crafting table. I need a stick, don't I? Bro, I'm not good at this game, bro. Don't rest me. Y'all better not be resting me right now. Okay, perfect. Need these. Next, I need to get some armor. Make sure I'm protected, bro, just in case this guy hops on last second, bro. Freaking bringing this just in case. Okay, we're all armored up. I guess it's time to, you know, go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. No, no, no. Come on, which chest is it in, bro? Nice, perfect. Calcite, white, nice. Block of amethyst, I'm gonna yoink that. Lapis, probably doesn't need that. Copper, need that. Deep slate, taking all of that. Netherrack, I'm definitely gonna need that. Block of gold, freaking, he only has one, I'm taking it anyway. Let me take his books too, don't care. That's mine too. Golden apple, sick. Nice, sign now. Where do I put the sign? Where do I put the sign? Right here? What are we typing? Okay, yoink Lamau. Let me put another one. Okay, we have the goods. He's not online. Let's freaking go. Mission success. Now it's time to build. I finished sketching out my idea, and I finished getting all the materials needed. So the last step in this process is to start building.
I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
So after spending countless Minecraft day cycles working on this build, I realized that this wasn't going to work for three main reasons. Number one, this isn't creative mode, meaning that I can't fly, which made building this 10 times harder. Number two, the proportions were weird because Doug isn't really large enough. Also, everything is made out of blocks, because it's, you know, Minecraft. And number three, I don't really feel like going out and getting all the materials for this build. With this all being said, I thought it would just be best to revamp my whole idea. I was playing around with the idea that I could use water to connect Doug to the lake around him. So I poured water under Doug's eyes to give the effect that he was crying into the river. I also thought it would have been cool to recreate the pathway in front of Squidward's house, but with water. So with my plan complete, I decided to get back to work. So after about 30 minutes or so, I got to a point where I was pretty happy with Doug. Although it didn't turn out as colorful and cool as I wanted it to, I still think it came out fairly well, and throughout the process, I have already thought of a couple things that I want to add to it in the future. If you enjoy these videos and want a part 2, just let me know in the comment section below. And without further ado, here's the reveal.
Can you come back to me? Cause I was blind to see that you were right in front of me. You were right in front of me.